I want to say all praises and honor to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakakadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all our brothers and out here push the truth in all sincerity and in all honesty. Basically, I'm from Jamaica, Jamaica camp. I'm out here in Portland, Portland, and tonight we want to my video on this whole Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030. You see this whole new real plan with the banking league. You see me push right now. You see me have to accomplish. You see me across the world. You see, because we live in a time now, you see me, a lot of things are happening now. People don't, you see me, no understand, you see me, all this so-called white man is Esau Edom, the banking league, the head for Esau Edom, all them are basically do them thing. You see, because they do it while majority of people don't understand what going on. They push a new world across the world, and majority of people, you see, they don't understand. You see, but through the spirit and the power of the Lord, how wash me shine. You see, do a video on this whole Agenda 2030 and certain goals and certain things that basically Esau push. You see, they accomplish right now. You see, you can go on, brother?
It's an article from Global Possibilities. Alright, it says Agenda 21, the plan to depopulate 95% of the world by 2030.
So this is how the bank lead want to be accomplished. You see, they want to get rid of the majority of the people on the earth, on the earth right now. You see, by 2030, because at the deadline, you see, by 2030, they're supposed to roll out them new world order plan, or they complete them new world order plan. You see what them basically been trying so hard over the years. You see, they accomplish. You see, and they're very whole right now. Last year, David Rockefeller did. So they know, say, oh, hey, a short time as the scripture say.
Basically, to check the sustainable development goals, you have a part of the goals of them, so they want to get poverty down to 0%.
And I think a goal one.
Yeah. So, and getting poverty down to 0%, you have to get rid of people off of the planet to that agenda come to pass. See?
Alright, so this is Psalms 83, verse 1. Say, keep not thou silent, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
So the scripture said thine enemies make a tumult. You see, our enemies make a tumult. Go on.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They that hate thee have lifted up the head. Go on.
So they have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
So they take what crafty counsel against thy people, against us, so-called niggers, Latinos, and Native American Indian. You see, them have them basically in Bilderberg meeting, all this meeting. You see me, them with them basically kid. You see me, all them are going to bring them new world order across. You see me, and get rid of majority of our people. And get rid of our people all together. You see, because Hosea 1 and 10 say we are enough like what the son of the sea. So it's so-called white man want to get rid of us. Because as long as we exist, the promise we make to our forefather Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, you see me, still stand for us. So they want to get rid of us all together. You see me, and continue them riches. You see me, after this third reservoir destruction forever and ever. That's what the bank they want to do. Get rid of us, yo. One brother.
Say, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Huh?
They have said, come let us cut them off from being a nation.
Come and cut them off from being a nation. Talking about, see me, our people, so-called niggers, Latinos, and Native American Indian, which are the true biblical Israelites today. Go on.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. So that's what they want to do. They want to get rid of us, as I mentioned. See, that's the whole end goal of the elite, to get rid of us all together, because they know about, you see me, I know about the promise here. They know. You see, majority of people might not know, but they know. People say they accuse us before the Heavenly Father day and night in a Revelation 12 and 10. They accuse us of our virgin.
Says the local government implementations of Agenda 21 was prepared by Esau for the Earth Council Rio +5 in Forum April 13 to 19, 1997, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Says, for the 5th session of the UN Commission on Sustainable Development and for the UN General Assembly Earth Summit special session United Nations plot to depopulate 95% of the world by 2030.
God, so they want to depopulate 95% of the world by what? 2030. See, go back to what the in good at the banking lead that I mentioned earlier. You see, me and another guys to this one. Maintain humanity on a 500 million. And right now we have present now we have over 7 billion people. So we plan to kill over 6.8 billion people on the earth right now. So the so-called white man want to do. You see, the majority of people on the earth that I mentioned is our people. Because if I tell you that, we know like the sands of the sea. So they want to get rid of us all together.
So this is Revelation 12 and verse 12.
What?
So therefore rejoice, ye heaven, and them that dwell herein. Who wanted them, it's like who wanted the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
But say who wanted the inhabitants of the earth and the world roaming destruction. See, so destruction unto a lot of you people, man. 2 our people. And also these heathen nations. And also the so-called white people. What?
Alright. I say, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath.
For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath. Say so-called white men are going to have great wrath in the time to come. See, so if I tell you in a second result, so they're going to be like a madman sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So the time period we're approaching right now. You see, when the so-called white men are coming down heavy on us, if I mentioned about Jacob's trouble. You see, the time period we are basically approaching right now. See, because they want to get rid of us. And one of left back, they might plan to chip them. And we do a video last week Thursday. We do a video where I'm show you say they want to re-educate certain our people. They want to re-educate them concentration camp and harvest organs. You see, because they have the guillotines and all these things. But they basically plan to get rid of. You see me, not our people. You see me, even the men of the Lord. They can't go back to Bible prophecy. You see me, John get the vision. You see me, have these things to come. So the men of the Lord will get beheaded.
Alright. I say, therefore rejoice. Verse 12 again.
Yeah.
I say, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell therein. And ye that dwell in them.
Right.
Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth
Right.
and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
So can white man know say have a short time, you know say time up the rules, so they might try hard now. They might do things speedily, they accomplish a new world order because they know the time up, them see us waking up, you see me and coming back basically to true power. See if you say in a Revelation level 11, you see me about 3 days and a half, the spirit of life enter into them and they stand up on their feet and great fear fell upon them. So they see us waking up back now. You see me, so they want to try it. You see me, if you usher in a new world order plan, because they know say, you see me, for as long as them see us come back, you see me, I go back to a Bible prophecy, they know what certain prophecy. So they know say the Lord the house shine, you see me, making a rival in there soon. That's the reason why Donald Trump said he want dominance with a space by 2020, because I'm prepared to fight against the house shine. See, because they want to continue the new world order, but guess what? They're not going to accomplish it. You see me, all this what they do, have to fulfill Bible prophecy. All the banking later plan, all this new world order plan. See if I tell you that. What?
It says, Agenda 21 was the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs Division, Sustainable Development, and was apparently developed as a means of restructuring the world population to lessen environmental impact and achieve an improved quality of life. One of the main ways of achieving this, however, is to encourage and direct the population, as the UN put it. The comprehensive plan of action to be taken globally, nationally, and locally by organizations of the United Nations system, government, and major groups in every area in which humans have impact on the environment. See? So basically, this whole global warming thing, carbon emission, and all them stuff, it go back to all them stuff. See? them have areas with them deem as disaster area where people can't live. Yeah. So basically part of them main goal of the urbanization then. Them move people from rural areas and place them in the cities. That's why even out here in Jamaica, the government say they build cities, man. They build cities. They use key manners and them place that build up a lot of housing. So they can have everybody in a one place where they can keep the track of people by chipping them.
Because you want the body far, it's the outer range. You see, because if everybody have to hook up to the smart grid.
Right.
You see, because they might push right now for color for the economy, so move over to a digital society. And how we are going to hook up to the new way of life, digital society, by taking a RFID microchip. You see, and then using certain things on this guys now, basically bringing this whole RFID microchip system. Like for example, the national ID thing where they push across the world, and the e-passport, set up the framework across the world. That's what they basically I do this thing, yo.
Yeah, which is a part of the goal.
Goal 16.
Yeah. In UN Agenda 2030.
Good.
So this is Job 20 verse 22. So in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straight.
Talking about the so-called white man, the banking lead. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straight. He shall be basically in a position of difficulty. Go on.
So every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Every hand of the wicked, and the wicked has to go back to the Hebrew word Iman, which basically means laborer. So you're talking about our people because we are the one that labor. You see, in this society, if the so-called white man kingdom continue. What?
When he is about to fill his belly.
When you have both to accomplish in New World Order, or think they are going to accomplish in New World Order, like when they set up the thing now across the world now, and pushes New World Order plan across the world. This is what the scripture says going to happen to them. What?
So when he's about to fill his belly,
what?
The hour washing of Shai shall cast by the fury, shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
Shall cast by the fury of his wrath upon him. Let that feel like fling a monkey wrench on him plan.
Right. And shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
And shall rain it upon him while he is eating. When he think he's going to accomplish it. You see, because he's going to run in them bunkers, and the scripture telling Amos, so he's going to basically run in them bunkers. If he says some more, they can come out back and come basically rebuild on the earth. Amos 9.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Alright. Verse 24. He shall flee from the iron weapon.
He shall flee from the iron weapon, talking about the ICBM missiles. And you see them around in them bunkers, go hide, and then them retreat areas when they have out of space. Go on.
Right. Shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Right. It is drawn and cometh out of the body.
Cometh out of the basically nuclear silo. What?
Yeah. The glittering sword.
The glittering sword. What?
Out of his God, terror are upon him.
Right.
Okay. So, all darkness shall be hid in his secret place. A fire not blown shall consume him. Right? It shall go hill with him that is left in his tabernacle.
Further on, it says global epidemic, huge scale depopulation in short time. You know? And when you look into global epidemic, it means this man plan to release a lot of diseases, man. See? A lot of diseases man plan to because even out here in Jamaica right now, you have the dengue situation is becoming an epidemic, man. Right now in Jamaica, because a lot of people dying from dengue in Jamaica, man. See? And which is mosquitoes are get blamed for it, man. Which these men are all of those influencers in the year, man.
H1N1.
Yeah.
H5.
They must spread the year.
H5N1.
So guess what?
About the experiment.
It says to achieve such huge scale depopulation with a relatively short deadline.
Short deadline.
Scripture saying about a short time.
Read
it earlier, man. Short deadline. The action were taken would have been to to be drastic, either a world war, global epidemic, or some kind of widespread starvation caused by massive crop failures would be the only likely ways of achieving this. And a war is coming.
World War III. Ezekiel 5 and 16. You see now a lot of drought out in Jamaica. I believe 2013 and basically sea clouds. 2013 and 14. You see, if I'm not mistaken, in the PF government out in the PF basically sea cloud because we have a lot of drought. You see, I believe said there now chicken gun they lick down people.
I think you get a chicken gun in that time.
So this is Ezekiel 5 and verse 16. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine.
So what the scripture says, when the Lord shall send upon them, send upon who? Upon our people, so-called white man and all these evil nations, the evil arrows of famine. You see, because this third race war coming, famine. And this will be the greatest famine ever hit the planet.
And that's basically the wicked among our people, man.
Because the scripture says, Lord said, my servant shall eat, but he shall be hungry.
Which shall be for their destruction.
Shall be for their destruction. Right?
And which I will send to destroy you.
Which the Lord I was sent for? Destroy you, the wicked ass people in the society. What?
And I will increase the famine upon you.
The last time I will increase the famine upon us. This is upon our people. And also these heathen nation, especially so-called white man. What?
And will break your staff of bread.
What?
So will I send upon you famine and evil beasts.
Evil beasts, what?
Right, they shall bereave thee.
They shall bereave thee. In Jeremiah 15 and 4, I believe, or 15 and 3. Last time I got find 4 kind over you. You see, the dark to tear. You see, the foes of heaven. And the beasts to devour and destroy. What?
And pestilence and blood shall pass through thee.
The diseases that I mentioned earlier. You see, because you know you have CDC, Center of Disease Control, Esau have all these different diseases in this place. Now this place basically have store. You see, in that time to come and release all these diseases on our people. You see, because this is going to be the greatest destruction ever take place. And I'm going to go all out. Whether with the scripture earlier and so, they shall be like madman spirit none. So these are going all out. Because I want to depopulate the earth. It's about 95%. I want to get rid of it. It's all different style. I'm going to basically try to destroy people. What?
So it's pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon them.
Because one of the main sword Heavenly Father basically use bring for our people is the ICBM missiles them. So the Lord army. The Lord refer to them as the army in Joel 2.
So I, the Lord, have spoken.
So the Lord is the one that brings this destruction to this wicked society. Using these devils basically bring forth this destruction. Purge of society.
Start the world war, man.
God, because I tell you say in Psalms, Psalm 17, so you can't get about Psalm 17 and 13. So these banking late fees are somehow they're going to accomplish and they're not going to accomplish it. They're going to do this, all these things basically fulfill Bible prophecy. Because straight and slavery they're going to go after this coming destruction we're approaching right now. What?
So Psalm 17 verse 13 says, arise, O Lord, disappoint him and cast him down.
Cast him down, cast the so-called white man down. What?
Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. And who is the wicked? You read Malachi 1 and 4 till it says, Edom, thou shalt call him the border of wickedness. What?
Right, and from men which are thine hands, O Lord.
From men which are thine hands. Whose hands? The Heavenly Father hand. And the left hand side. You see, because you have the right hand, lead the good, and the left hand basically lead the evil. See if I say the Lord, the outside, sit on the right hand side of the Heavenly Father. So the Heavenly Father uses so-called white people basically bring forth this destruction to this society. This is ultimately to fulfill Bible prophecy because everything was predestined. My brother?
Right. From men of the world which have their portion in this life.
So-called white man kingdom this. You see, because the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. So them are the one that basically live the top life in the society. What?
And whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasures. He said they are full of children and live the rest of their substance to their babes.
Exactly, man.
That's why scripture says prepare slaughter for them, for the children,
for the iniquity of their fathers.
See? You see the beneficiary, the who benefit of a slavery is your children. See? The idea also raises the questions of which 5% of the global population would be saved. Would these be those strong and hardy enough to survive the conditions in place on the earth that would kill off the remaining 95%? Or perhaps the survivors would be chosen selectively from the elite and wealthy, and those who wake up to this evil reality will be imprisoned in FEMA camps
because we are the one basically on the forefront right now. You see, we are the number one check to the new world because it's truth. It's in the so-called white man. It's in the straight truth. See what I say? Lord say, he might make the road our mouth fire, and these people would, and he shall devour them, especially the so-called white people. So we are the one that want to get rid of. You see, because it's true to be a basically a push. You see, I cut them up here. You see, a lot of people wake up to them and find out that them are the devil. You see, them are the wicked. You see, a lot of people cross the road and wake up. You see, through the spirit and power of the Lord. You see, starting from the apostles and elders and now. You see, so now them basically want to get rid of us all together. It's the reason them are trying so hard. You see, to demonize us.
This is 2 Ezra 16 and verse 68. So for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you.
So what the scripture said, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, kindled over our people. Right?
So-called white man and the armies.
Military.
And they shall take away certain of you.
And they shall take away certain of you, certain of our people. Right?
And feed you being idle.
And feed you being idle, bring you to concentration camp, like for example, FEMA camp.
With things offered unto idols.
Things offered unto idols, talking about the horrified the microchip, but they want basically chip a lot of people in time to come. You see, because it's a Bible prophecy. You see, this is how basically the time we're approaching right now, this is going to take place. So that all people are going to get brought to concentration camp. The so-called white men are basically going to do in time to come. You see, in certain countries, they might use different things like, you see, the churches, you see, the schools. You see, like for example, out in Jamaica, you see, in Port Antonio. You know, they might use Titchfield High School because you have a military base near Titchfield High School, so we might use Titchfield High School to chip a lot of people out in Port Antonio, Portland, Jamaica.
I can check majority of the school structures of them build like prisons.
Fence round.
Them fence them round, plus them build them with wall structure and windows grill, door grill and all them stuff. Them build them like how they build a prison. It's not much different from a prison or the schools them build.
Verse 69. Say, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach.
They that consent to the so-called white man shall be had in derision. Right? And reproach.
And trodden on a foot.
And trodden on a foot, so you're going to get destroyed. See, when they want to agree with him and the new world of the plan, you saw now him and destroy you. Because so-called white man don't like you. See, you're an enemy. See me? Right?
But they shall be in every place and in the next city.
They shall be in every place and next city. These troops are going to be in every place. Every community, every lane, every street, they're going to go there. You see? Because they're going to be like a madman spirit none. So they're coming for our people. You see, Scripture repeats that one. Time of Jacob's trouble. What?
For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection.
A great uprising against our people. What?
Upon those that fear the Lord.
We're talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian.
Especially the Lord elect.
Especially elect.
And I said, they shall be like madmen spearing none.
They shall be like what? Madman spearing none. You see, in Revelation 12:12, you see me? The devil know you have a short time and come down with a great wrath. This is how the scripture says, so they shall be like what? Madman spearing none. So they never have no pity. Just like when they never show 4 parents of pity. You see me? During the time of slavery. You see what they're going to do this time around? They're going to way more worse than what happened back in that time of slavery. That make what happened in that time of slavery, like a walk in the park on Sunday evening.
It's right, man, because they have more sophisticated and advanced weaponry right now. They can do them job even easier and quicker, man.
Alright, so they shall be like madmen sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
So they must spoil and destroy at our people. My time to come, the time we're approaching right now. What?
For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses.
Take away all the resources, all the things that we have. See, your food, the clothes, the water, and all these things, they might take away these things. What?
Then shall they be known.
Then shall they be known. So a lot of people going to know the time. What?
Who are my chosen?
Who are the Lord's chosen? Who are the Lord's elect? What?
And they shall be tried as gold is tried in the fire.
So the elect get what? Tried as gold is tried in the fire. So if I say gold is tried in the fire and acceptable man in the furnace of adversity, because I mean a lot of got through a lot of hell like time to come. You see, that's the reason why a lot of build us up now for what they are ahead. You see, if I say greater evil, put away now. You see, can I get the scripture, brother?
This is 2 Ezra 14 verse 14. It says, let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature.
Put off now the weak nature. So we're supposed to put off all these simple things. This is we are bother us right now. What?
Set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste to flee from these times.
Yes, to flee from these times, what?
For yet greater evil.
Greater evil. So all these things that we are seeing right now, I see take place across the world. So what the scripture says, greater evil. What?
And those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
And so some serious thing we are going through that time to come. Things we never see right there, born and go happen. You see? If the Lord on the side in time, you doom you.
Right.
The whole way to this coming destruction is through Yahweh, Hashem, Shine, no other way. There's no other way you can deliver out of this coming destruction you're approaching right now.
Man, I'll pass some draconian laws, some serious things are some pretty men. I just finished last part there. It says in prison, it says, and those who wake up to this evil reality
God
will be imprisoned in FEMA camps before their death. Then is this what they are built for? Then the question, whether such a plan could ever actually be successful is another matter. Plans of this size and scope would require the collusion and agreement of at least every first world government in the world, not to mention that the number of resources and effort that would have to go into keeping something like this covered up would be automatical. See? So basically what the matter I'm saying, every first world country in the world would have to come at an agreement with this man. See? And if you notice, there's only one country it will probably be at odds with the war going in the whole clean energy thing, sustainable development thing. It's America. See? And the only country who really oppose it. See? So that's why the scripture said, these are going to hit the war, man. See? Because the rest of the countries in Europe actually into this thing, man, because this whole plan is a part of the whole European Union plan. The agenda is a part of the European Union, man. See? And all of these smaller countries in the Caribbean, they might get drawn into it and run about.
Pertaining to the precept of the brother read greater evil than this. Alright, so this is Psalms 124, verse 1 says, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side, when no may Israel say, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side, when they rose up against us.
If it had been the Lord who was on our side, saying at the time to come, if the Lord on the side of the mention, is him, the doom.
Right.
That's the reason why it's very important to hope and basically fast and pray. You see, and big Lord, you have mercy in the end with the work until the end. You see, because these stars start to basically roll out on us. See, if the Lord on the side, the doom. Gone.
Then they had swallowed us up quickly.
Gone.
When their wrath was kindled against us.
When the so-called white man wrath was kindled against us. And they were prepared right now to make them move.
Right.
What?
Scripture you mentioned in Revelation now, they're going to rush in like a flood.
And Isaiah, why get to the dust?
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
And say, So then the waters had overwhelmed us. The stream had gone over our souls. Right? Then the proud waters have gone over our souls.
Proud water is a metaphor basically. So-called white man. People say, the Obadiah tree. The pride of thine heart and deceive thee. It's talking about the so-called white man here, go on.
I said, blessed be the Lord.
Blessed be the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Shai, go on.
Who hath not given us as a prey to their teeth.
God not giving us a prey to them teeth. Because they're going to deliver and elect you. Go on.
Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snares of the fowler.
Go on.
The snare is broken, we are escaped.
Go on, that's how we hope and pray we do you when the time to come. So we escape all these things. This is what Esau basically planted. This is the rule out of our people. In the coming months or the coming years to come. You see, because the farthest thing we're talking about things that will happen very soon. You see, because we have to see the preparation is taking place right now across the world. Go on.
I say, our help is in the name of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, who made heaven and earth.
The name of the Heavenly Father is very important. Yahweh the Father and Yahweh Shai the Son. See, these names very important. Proverbs 18 and 10 say, the name of the Lord is a strong tower, the righteous one is into and are saved. Isaiah 59 and 19.
This is Isaiah 59 and verse 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun.
How far are they right now? We're basically western world right now. See them call out over this side of the world, how far are they right now? This is the West Indies.
Right.
So that's what the scripture says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west. One.
And from the rising of the sun.
And from the rising of the sun. One.
When the enemy shall come in like a flood.
When the enemy shall come in like a flood. And who is our enemy? There we Deuteronomy 28 and 68. It tells us, thou shall be sold unto an enemy, to a bondman and bondwoman, and no man shall buy you. Who four parents get sold to? Is it during the time of slavery and action blacks? So-called white man. So that's how the scripture says. Read the part again, brother.
Right. It's so when the enemy shall come in like a flood.
The so-called white man shall come in like a flood. It's like a flood take your house. Is it like out in Jamaica? Is it, a flood always come river? Just coming fast. Yeah. Surprise, let's come and just take your surround your house. Water in your house. Reach up fast.
The Lord come like a thief in the night.
God.
Swift. It's terrible to them. It's a nation that's swifter than the eagle. Swift as the eagle, man.
So the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against it.
The spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against the so-called white man. You see, so you have certain men in the Lord, certain men by the elect, we are going to receive spiritual power. And the standard is to go back to disappear. So certain men are going to receive spiritual power. So Esau have a surprise coming now. See, in that movie, the name again, when they come, see Esau make fun about make fun of spiritual power. Now watch out that movie. You see, I'm sure you say how Esau is a devil because in that movie they try very hard. The demonize have the so-called black men in the basically in that movie. When they represent us because we know say we them make a movie there. You see, so that's what they do right now. See.
If you can see the cleverness, the deceitfulness of the so-called white man and the move with the actor or refer to. You know what I mean? What them do, them set you up, man. I mean, them deliberately set you up and pin certain things on you, man. Right? If them can't catch you with anything, them build a file and then them pin you to it, man. Them build a case around you and then them pin you to it, man. All sort of false accusation and them give the full length of them laws.
Right, because guess what? Hey, as the scripture mentioned earlier, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. And them have rulership of the earth. So them can put whatever they want to put in place. Any laws they want to pass, they can do anything and put any laws in place. Then where them can prosecute and do anything to you. Then as the actor said, man.
The time to come, them are going to be what? Your judge, your jury, and your executioner.
Summary execution.
Right on spot, man.
Right, man.
See, so the laws are about your rights basically, which you don't really have rights, so you just have privilege. So your privileges are going to be taken away from them.
Just like that.
This is 2 Ezra 16 verse 74. Hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand.
God, the days of trouble, Jacob's trouble is at hand right now. Oh, we can clear that right now. You see, to what take place right now. You see, all the prophecies and basically will speed up. So we know very soon, is in the chaos of basically take place worldwide. What?
So, but I will deliver you from the same.
So the Lord said, I'm going to deliver us. You see, that's what we're supposed to believe now. Scripture says we walk by what? Faith, not by sight. You see, so we have to believe so this is going to happen at time to come. Because every single man faith will get tested. Every man when this truth, you see, everyone else's faith will get tested.
Right.
What? Now time to come. Who made of you? What?
Verse 75, it says, be not afraid, neither doubt.
Gone.
For God is your guide.
Be not afraid, neither doubt. You're not supposed to doubt the Heavenly Father. Right. So that's the reason why we're supposed to build up a faith from now. I was trying to say, any man doubt, now get defended in that time to come. We show faith is very important. It at the word of
Ecclesiastes 2 and 11 says, for the Lord is full of compassion and merciful and mercy, long suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sin, and save it in the time of affliction.
Save it in the time of affliction, and we're approaching that time right now. So we have to face a lot of things in that time to come. What?
It says, woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth 2 ways. It says, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended.
Man, so now get defended in that time to come. See, Super Saiyan is supposed to be basically pull up brother, give that to Proverbs 3 and 25. And give me Hebrews in the flesh. Hebrews 11:96. What?
It says, woe unto you that have lost patience.
Woe unto you that have lost patience. All the men will follow this truth. You see, that Super Saiyan they never know the truth. Then after I give him to you, turn from it, because your judgment will go worse. See, but he don't know the Lord's work and basically do it, he shall be beat to the many stripes. So your judgment will go even worse than a regular nigga whenever basically receive the truth. So if you show serious this truth is you, your judgment will go worse than the man or regular man out there. Because you know the truth and you turn from it. So you want to go double. You want the man regular jail. What?
Woe unto you that have lost patience.
Lost faith, what?
And what will he do when the Lord shall visit you?
God, let me know get remember. I tell you remember what is true. You go on and roll and you let's go say you go drink and jump with the unbelievers where you scripture that look. You see me, I forgot about your house shy, but in time to come and things that happen, then tell them I got to remember. That's them, you. Not this about the truth again.
And that's why you know to conform to the world, man, or the things of the world, because guess what? When you do that, you have to forget. Basically, the scripture says you can't serve two masters, man. So when you do that, you are drift away from you. You have watching your shy, because the scripture even tell us, yo, love not the world, neither the things that are therein.
You know, love the world, love the Father, not the name.
Exactly. So when the time comes, you're going to be bugged out like anybody else, man, because you never abide in the truth and keep the precepts, right? Keep the precepts, even the precepts we read a while ago, they say it's supposed to be patient, man, and you're supposed to not lose faith, or lose hope, or lose patience, no matter what. Forget all of them. It's 3 and 25. This is Proverbs 3 verse 25. It says, be not afraid of sudden fear.
So all the scriptures are not supposed to do? Be not afraid of sudden fear. So when she take the fan, supposed to get shaky. You know, you're going to get a little shake still.
Yeah.
You see what, the spirit, the flesh weak, see how what. You see me? We build us up here. You see me? So this is how the scripture says, be not afraid of sudden fear. What?
Neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh.
Neither of the desolation, the destruction of the wicked. Who is the wicked? Malachi 1 and 4. So we're supposed to get afraid that the destruction will take place. See, because we know it will happen in order for our kingdom build. See, our kingdom can't build. You see, while this one is in the standing, it's to get destroyed for our righteous kingdom build. What?
Right. So for the Lord shall be thy confidence.
For the Lord, Yahweh shall be thy confidence, be our confidence. What?
And shall keep thy foot from being taken.
And shall keep thy foot from being taken. So faith is very important in this time that we're living in. Go on, brother.
Hebrews 11 verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Without faith, it is impossible to please the Heavenly Father. Go on.
For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
That diligently seek Yahweh. And so that I say our praises and honor to Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kapadash, and the blood the apostles and elders of Green Stone. Shalom to all our brothers and out there push his truth. I'm going to push his truth because pretty soon I believe this wicked society. We see how Esau is in a push. You see pushing goals them across the world. You see, and never use certain, hey, even China. You see the China work with the UN. You see, but you know they look like say, you see them against what go on, but we're part of this whole new world of plan also. You see these so-called Chinese. So that I say I'm Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.